What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction and back with another holiday music reaction. Indeed, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a big shout out to Kim, who's made a bunch of holiday music as well as a whole bunch of regular music available. And I wanted to listen to from the classic 1965 soundtrack to A Charlie Brown Christmas, which is by the Vince Guaraldi trio, which I did not realize that before Kim sent this over. It's not a name that I remembered, but I certainly remember the film. I saw it growing up, obviously a couple decades after it aired, but yeah, I do remember seeing it as a kid, and I always enjoyed the main theme, the Christmas Time Is Here song. There's an instrumental version, I believe that's heard also in the film, but we're going to listen to the vocal version. And part of the reason I was keen to do this once Kim sent me the album is because recently, when digging through some holiday albums of my own, I found A Charlie Brown Christmas 40 Years. And this is a set of brand new, at the time, recordings in 2008, a little over 40 years after the film had come out, and the songs are all re-recorded by different artists, and it gives indications of who records each of the tracks. So I'm not going to mention it yet, but we're going to listen to another version of Christmas Time Is Here once I get through this reaction, and just hear what an artist did with it over 40 years later. So we're going to listen to, as I said, the Vince Guaraldi Trio, performing Christmas Time Is Here, essentially the main theme of the 1965 animated short film, A Charlie Brown Christmas, R.I.P. to Charles Schulz. So here we go, Vince Guaraldi Trio, Christmas Time Is Here, the vocal version from the 1965 film, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Short version is it feels sad, but it's like warm and happy at the same time. Just picturing the little tree. It's classic. I think it was like my favorite part of the original movie. I say that, I'm laughing. There's a part where they're dancing on the stage, like when they're getting ready to do the play or whatever it is. And there's this kid who does this like looking left, looking right dance, and he just kind of like shuffles his feet Like from the time I was a kid, right up into the present, that dance amuses me to no end. So maybe my favorite part of the short is just that kid doing that little sideways dance. But aside from that, I do think this song is. It just, number one, it immediately makes me think of everything having to do with the short film, even parts that happen when that song's not playing. But it, like I said, it's like this weird contradiction. It feels slow and sluggish, but it's like deliberate and exactly the pace you want it, which already that feels like a contradiction. And as I said, it has this sad, almost melancholy sound, including in the vocals, and yet the overall effect is this warm, nostalgic tune. So it's like cold and sad, and yet warm and happy at the same time, at least as my brain interprets it. So yeah, it's jazzy, it's down tempo, but it's just the right speed and flavor for what it wants to be. So yeah, it's an amazing tune that seems to like contradict itself and yet overcome that contradiction to be like perfect. So just a classic. Looking forward to hearing another person take a shot at it. More on that in a moment. And yeah, let me know what you think of this. Shout out to Kim for making available all sorts of music, including a number of possibilities for this holiday and beyond, which I was very thankful for because, again, you know, I can't just redo all the ones that I did last Christmas. And last Christmas, I did admittedly hit a number of the carols, whether from Johnny Mathis or Nat King Cole or, you know, that Scottish Christmas album I have. A number of the ones that were like the real like favorites. So then it's, you know, I start branching out to some other stuff, and then it's nice to have more possibilities come into the mix. So big shout out to Kim and all those who've shared music with me. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Peace.